It's completely gone.
The guy leaning on the far back wall.
Like a big fire. Get it wet. It's like a hose.
I would guess.
I want to welcome you all to joining us at the Candlelight Vigil that we're having for our late Grand Chief to honor and pay our respects for her. My name is Kayla Frank. I work with the Assembly of Manitoba Chiefs, and I'll be here to help guide the agenda and introduce the speakers for this evening. So before we start, I'm just going to ask Spirit Friends to open us up with a song. We also have the Benesse Ikwe singers that are gonna do a warrior song as well. grandmothers, Shanagus, to come and open us up with a prayer.
Bonjour. Saying everybody that's here, your presence is very meaningful for the family. Before I came here tonight, I asked the grandmothers what words I can offer for Cathy. And I remember, she told me that, I remember whenever I'd say a prayer, Cathy would close her eyes throughout the whole prayer. Whenever we did ceremony, or whenever I did prayer. And she took it all in. Sometimes she'd open her eyes and there'd be tears. Where we are today is her last place of passing. We come here to honor our matriarch, our grand chief, a wife, a sister, an auntie, a cousin, and a friend. She was all of that. She carried a spiritual resistance inside her. Her existence was her resistance. And I come here tonight and I offer prayer for her. And I pray to the Creator, Great Spirit, to our grandfathers and our grandmothers in those four directions, in the eastern direction, the southern direction, and the western direction, and the northern direction. And to Nokomis, Mother Earth, who she's always fought for and protected. And I pray to our spirit helpers, each one of you carry that spirit helper as Cathy did. And that's what she did, was she brought out that spirit within each one of us. Irregardless of how we walked, if we didn't have a healthy lifestyle, and if we were lost, she never looked down on anybody. She always made everybody belong. You know, she had that true heart of a grandmother, of a matriarch. So I pray to Creator, and I ask for that comfort and that love for the family. The deep sorrow that they must feel, and the sorrow that they feel from the community these last few days. Our nation is in mourning, Creator. I ask that you bring that comfort to our people across Turtle Island. We have people in Cross Lake, in Churchill, in Thompson, having vigils. I ask that you hear their prayers. They all come with true spirit and heart for Cathy. I stand here, and behind me is a family that I supported and walked with for the last 2 years. And I walked with Cathy as well. But Cathy walked with the family. And she gave it all that she got to have that landfill surgery. She got it done. And she never gave up. And she's leaving leaders behind that are going to fight for her so that we can bring justice for our people. For William Amo. For all the women that are in the landfills, all our MMIW. All our lands and waters that she loved. Her homelands. She really loved her homelands greater. I ask that you go there and be with her people and be with her lands, be with her family. And I pray that they have a safe journey home. So with that, I just say Chimiigwech with all my heart, with all my love to each one of you for coming here tonight, showing that love to the family. I go say.
I want to thank Spirit Sams and Grandmother's Shinkus for opening us up in a good way. Right now we have family who are going to speak. We have the sister of our late Grand Chief, Dolores. Sorry, Marilyn is here. She's also the sister of late Grand Chief.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, City of Winnipeg, all four direction people from our Turtle Island, Chimiigwech, that I see a lot of overwhelming support. I'm really overwhelmed that you guys come here to support my brother-in-law, my family. I'm the youngest of the family. You've probably seen me around with her many times. The work that she did. She left us a legacy. She was a powerful woman, and she was humble. A woman of courage. She loved people. She wanted to do the right thing for Manitoba. She worked from the heart. She spoke from the heart. I want to thank all the chiefs that are here, that stood by her. Every organization, every community, every residential communities that supported her. It's overwhelming. The governments that have shown the support to our family. The drum. She was a pipe carrier, a sun dancer, a kukum, a mother. But not only that, she was a mother to every community. She took them as brother and sister that gave you hugs. She wants us to carry on those hugs. She wants us to wear ribbon skirts proudly, because that's who she was. She was a good leader. She was a past chief for our Cross Lake. She was a counselor. But I want to share something with you, that her words of wisdom that carried with me and my family. When I became in Women's Council, she pulled me in to her office, and then she said to me, I heard what you did. She said, I'm going to leave you with something God gave us. When she became a chief in Cross Lake, my mom and dad sat her down. And then she said, this is what Dad told us. She told me, your skin has to be 7 times thicker if you want to be in leadership. Today I carry that proudly. Her teachings, her wisdom that we carry. With that, all of you here, I went and took pictures about everybody. It's overwhelming. People showing your love and your support. Kichimiigwech. God bless you.
Okay, at this time, I'm gonna ask Howard Bursting, who's the Executive Director with the AMC, to come do a moment of silence with us.
I've known Cathy for quite a while. It was an honor and a privilege to work with her, follow her vision. And I was talking with another friend of ours. She reminded me, that those of us who work closely with her, we're now her knowledge keepers, and it's our responsibility to move forward with the good things that she wanted. She's my friend. She was our leader, and she was just, I'll be honest, one of the nicest people you've ever want to meet. And it was a privilege to work with her on so many issues. So if you would very kindly have a moment of silence for my friend Cathy. Thank you.
So we have Martha Paul, who's gonna do an honor song for Grand Chief.
Yeah.
an honor song. I was sitting at the sacred fire for the days, and now we feast for her Chubik Wedge.
I want to acknowledge all our leadership that are here today. Thank you for joining. We're gonna have Chief David Monias from Kamichimak Cree Nations to also say a few words.
Thank you. If I could have my wife and my executive council come stand with me, please. Kyle, Fawn, Shirley, Vivian. Sorry, Vivian, it's hard for me to stand still right now. I know Leroy's here. Anyways, it's good to see everybody here. This vigil is not only to honor the memory of the late Grand Chief Cathy Merrick, but it's also to celebrate her life, but it's also for you guys, for all of us that are left behind, to mourn her. You stand here, well, she's up there looking at us. She's one of the ladies that have really been really strong. You know, she's a former Chief of the Nation for Pimpichikamak, former councillor, former director. She's been in the helping field for such a long time. I've known Cathy since I was young. And I've known her family who took the sit when we were homeless, me and my family, my mom, my dad. I've always shown respect to her for that and her family. I hold them in their high esteem. And I thank Todd and his family for loaning Cathy to us to be our Grand Chief and to lead us in fighting for social justice and speaking up for the people who can't speak for themselves, the murdered and missing, the children who could not return home, and those yet to be born. Because he wanted a better future for our children and for those yet to come to have a good future, to have a good life. I nominated Cathy because I seen the attributes she had, the virtues of a good leader. When I asked her to lead us in the run for Grand Chief, she accepted. Not because she was a woman, but because she was the best person for the job. But I also knew that she would fight for those who couldn't fight for themselves. That's the women, the children, the elders, and yes, the men too. She did not discriminate who she helped. Could have missed her and we had our meeting on Monday. Her presence was there, but he still felt the void. I missed walking in there and she said, "My chief." Because that's how she approached me, and that's how she addressed me. And when you're in assembly, say, what's your favorite chief? Others were favorite chiefs when I was around. But she always had a way of making you feel so good. To make you that you mattered. You mattered in this world. That's why she took that job, not because of the position and because of the prestige of being the Grand Chief. Being a leader is very hard. These guys will tell you all. And being a family member, like Todd, my wife, they sacrifice our family time with us as leaders. The burdens and the fruits of our work gives us highs and lows. And they take a toll on our hearts, on our bodies. We become tired. We want to rest sometimes. So I encourage you to lift up your chiefs, your leaders, your counselors, your elders, anybody that's there you see as a leader. One of the elders invited me to his place. He said, turn around. And he started pushing me and praying on my back. So when you feel you cannot move any further, remember me, he says. Remember that I'm praying for you, I'm pushing you forward. That's what you gotta do. Marilyn, the sister, the youngest sister, she talked about that you have to have tough skin. And we can't say anything when people say anything to us, but it'll be negative. So we have to celebrate their lives and give acknowledgement to the leaders who deserve it. Last month, we had a Sundance. I decided at that time to collaborate with, Marilyn and I collaborated to honor Cathy at that Sundance. To lift her up in front of the Creator, in front of all the Sundancers, that she would get strength from the spirit world, but also to get the emotional and mental support from everybody that was around there, that was there for a good life. Because that's what she was. She was a sun dancer. She sacrificed her flesh and she danced for days. So we can have a good life. My wife's a sun dancer. That's what she does. I'm not a sun dancer. I couldn't do it. You have to be tough. But I'm tough in a different way. I appreciate every single one of you that are here. Remember Cathy. Remember that you guys matter. You matter. You support each other. You help each other. If somebody falls or trips, you bring them up, lift them up. We will help you to the best of our ability. But we need you to support us in this fight for social justice for the indigenous people in Manitoba and in Canada. Canada, the provincial government, they have many resources. But we're resilient, we're strong, and we will continue that fight that Cathy was fighting for social justice, to fight for the people who cannot speak for themselves, and to care for the people who need to be cared for. There's a gananaskabit no sa tutawig. This is tinibon kapen tinimon an vistagin nimo. Cathy speaks good to speak the matter para galingon. Hindi mambit sila nista na tega ututian. Dapat siya nag-school ng Itziwa, Kitiatsak, Minoskatsak, Women's Council, Elders Council, the Youth Council. That's what we have in our community. They're very powerful. Sometimes I'm scared when I get called me into the office. But that's the grassroots people. And that's where the power, our power comes from you guys. So continue to support your people. And I'm asking them, no, I decided thank you for listening to me.
Thank you, Chief Monias, for your powerful message. For Grand Chief Cathy Merrick. At this time, I'm going to ask FKO Grand Chief Garrison City to come and say a few words.
Say, tutemak, ichisanak, iwagumaganag. Ito miskat nawaw, ano sagi sigag, ano naskumuan, kapili siga pais toyak, ano manuk, eputeyak, kapili siga pais tawag, ituteminanak, nagiskag gana bisyon. Now. I'm very honored to be here to address all of you who have come to join us as we honor the spirit and the life of one of the greatest leaders to come out of Manitoba. I am from the Pimicikamak Cree Nation, the home of Grand Chief Cathy Merrick. I'm very proud to be from Pimicikamak Cree Nation. That's where she comes from. That's where she began her leadership. That's where she began to position herself to speak on behalf of those that were too scared to speak, or too shy to speak. She became their voice at the grassroots level. And she worked with our health department because she was concerned about how our people were being treated by the health system. She saw that there was injustice. They saw that there was inequity on how our people were being treated, but she stood up and became a woman of power and strength for her people, and she continued that. She continued that. To the very last breath she took, she spoke for you, and she spoke for me. She never backed down from anyone. Doesn't matter if you were prime minister or premier or minister. If she had an issue, she would raise her voice for the people that she represented the child that was too young to speak for herself. She spoke for the elder that was too weak to start speaking for themselves. She became that voice for all of us. I'm very proud today that I worked with her, I walked with her, and I fought with her. She was a mighty warrior, and she has left big shoes to fill for anybody. But I'm so proud that we're here together to celebrate her life. Because Cathy was like no other leader. She was kind, she was generous, and you could feel the love, you could feel the kindness every time you were in her presence. But don't you piss her off. Because once she starts tilting her head to the left and starts pointing her finger, you were in trouble. She became the warrior that we came to know, fighting for the rights of our people all over Manitoba and Canada. So I just want to say, on behalf of our people up in Michigamak, there are vigils being held all over Manitoba. Right now in Opipunapewin Cree Nation, there's a vigil. In Tatasquiac, there's a vigil. In OCN, there's a vigil. And in Thompson, there is a vigil. And in Pimichikamak Cree Nation, there is a vigil. Because we are here to celebrate her life and remember her. I'm so glad that we're all here together.
I'm gonna ask SAO Grand Chief Jerry Daniels to also come and say a few words.
Bonjour. Magaduk, my relatives. I want to acknowledge the family, express my sincere condolences. All of us, with you, Cathy, with you, the kind of fighter she was, and the way she brought a real sincere love to the work that she did. You know, and I'm so thankful to have been able to spend the time that I've been able to spend with her. She was a different kind of leader. She was a leader that really, really cared. And she loved you. She really, really loved you. And that's why when people talk about their memories, and I know we've shared a lot of memories about, you know, Cathy, Grand Chief. It's always about the hugs that she gave you. Hugs she gave you, how she made you laugh. That's the memories for me. That's how I first knew her. You know, she would inbox me eyeballs. She would watch me. And it was always a smile when I saw her. You know, there was a smile, and you felt that love. And so everyone, you know, it was just one of the greatest leaders, I think, you know, that ever came out of Manitoba, for sure. Absolutely. You know, and I think that's really all I want to say about her, you know, and that she led with love, and that's what I felt with her. You know, and she wanted us to all work together. She wanted the best for all of us. And that's why she fought and pushed and fought and pushed. And it's a very tough job, because you can be tired some days. And we all get tired. We get tired. We work hard. You know, we're up, we're pushing. And we're looking after our families, you know, and we're trying to bring our people out of the hopelessness that some are facing, and we're trying to inspire our young people and create opportunity for them. And I think and she led with love in doing that. She brought everything to a real human level, you know, and that's, to me, it was always, I always felt it every time I walked through and she was there. I always felt that love and that compassion. And that's how I'll always remember her, for the laughs and for that love. And I think that's how we honor her, you know. You love one another, and most of all, you gotta love yourself. Love yourselves. You know, we gotta look after ourselves. And you know, we have such high rates of you know, diabetes. I struggle with diabetes myself. if I struggle with high blood pressure, and I get stressed out too. And I want to just remember her for the human being that she was. She was a close, and she made you feel that every time you met with her. And so I want to thank those who put this on to honor her. It's quite appropriate, and every day, we'll remember the work that she did and how important, how much she put our young people at the center of it. So thanks again. It was an honor to work with her, and thank you all for being here. Good.
We also have KTC Grand Chief Wissessa Coop, who's also going to say a few words.
My name is Walter Wastiskut. I'm the Grand Chief for Canadian Tribal Council. I'm really honored to be here. I've known Cathy for a very long time. And I ran into her in different circles, in ceremony or healing gatherings, or we were on our way to somewhere that we were carrying out our duties. On behalf of the 11 nations that I represent, I want to express our sincere condolences to the family. We saw our youngest sister here earlier. It's my nephew's wife. So I had a familial relationship with her in that way. And this is, for me, I was in Lac Brochet at the time of her passing, and I didn't hear about it until I arrived in Thompson on Friday afternoon. And I was in the Thompson airport, and all I did was sit down in shock. And I made some phone calls to confirm what I had heard. And the National Chief sent me a picture of all of us together, and I thought, wow, that's nice, but there was no message. It was only after that I realized why she sent that picture. And I guess it's been a come and go grief. And that's how grief is. It's a process. It's not an event that happens once and it's done with. It's going to be happening for some time for all of us, especially the family. So for those of us from up north, in the 11 nations, we thank the family for the gift they gave us and someone who advanced our interests and our concerns and our aspirations. And she did that in a good way. We thank you for your sacrifice in allowing her to work on our behalf, to walk with us as leaders, working on common issues, common goals. She is one that never strayed away from any obstacle. She embraced it, engaging people as she went to find solutions, to make sure that future generations of our people have a good quality of life. We all know Canada's democracy has not been a good experience for us. Every day we have to stand up and speak to the issue of Canada's democracy that has destroyed our nations and our people and continues to impact our people negatively today. Cathy walked with humility. But as Grand Chief Garrison Settee said, if you piss her off, watch out. I was scrambling with this candle back there, trying to keep it lit, and I was thinking she's probably staring down at me, laughing at me. because I can't keep this candle lit. The wax is all over my hands and my shirt. So as I say, I'm very honored to be here, and I'm so pleased to see so many people here to come out and support. Your very presence is support. And thank you all. Listen.
We also have AFN Regional Chief Willie Moore.
Hello, that's it. I got to get the thumbs cut now. Hello, it's a PMHT. First of all, friends and relatives, acknowledge you for being here today, to joining the family, remembering our Grand Chief, Cathy Merrick. It's been sad, emotional last few days. You know, the memories that we all have of her. You know, she was a trailblazer for our people, and more importantly for our women, young and old. As we all know, she was the first elected female Grand Chief to the Assembly of Manitoba Chiefs. And that provided hope to the women to be part of these circles, these spaces of leadership, elected leadership. And you can see that shift, you know, from coast to coast, and even within our region and our province. And it was because of her, you know, people like her that broke that glass ceiling. To always have, you know, she always ensured everybody had, you know, the rightful place at the table or spaces, no matter what. She often reminded governments, both provincial and federally, corporations, we are the rightful holders. She always put our rights, treaty rights first and foremost, to our rightful place at that table. She often reminded governments, corporations, true nation building comes from an act of love. And that's what I see here this evening, is the love that she shared for everyone, that respect, that kindness. The Grand Chief Sati and Daniels had mentioned, you know, she always gave that hug. Even in the rooms where the discussions were, at times they were tough and they were hard, but those discussions happened, but she always made sure that she'd leave with a handshake and a hug. Because that's the person she was. So on behalf of this National Chief and our colleagues in the regional chiefs at the Assembly of First Nations, we extend our condolences to the family, to Todd, children, grandchildren, to the staff of the Assembly of Manitoba Chiefs. If you knew Cathy, she was very close to her staff. She always empowered and encouraged her staff. And the staff always ensured that she was taken care of proper day in, day out. Because she did give 110%. I've seen it. She was tired, but she always gave it all. And to the Chiefs and Assembly, for being here. It's going to be, you know, for the next couple of days, you know, it's going to be a tough couple of days, but we must not forget to always support each other. Because that's what she always reminded us of. To always stand united, to always stand strong, and always to be proud of who we are. So on behalf of the National Chief and our colleagues at the Regional Chief and the Regional Chiefs across Canada, because the condolences are coming in from coast to coast. And the service is going to be in Michigamak on Saturday. So a lot of the leadership from across country are going to join us there. But we'll never forget the leader that Cathy was. We'll always remember the legacy, the teachings and memories she had left us. So this evening, we're standing here together, united, to honor that legacy.
At this time, I'm going to ask our AMC Women's Council to come up.
Good evening. Appreciate you all for coming for our Grand Chief, Cathy Merrick. When you say about her that she was very loving, caring, and a person that wanted to listen to everyone. And she wanted to hear your voice so she could help us in what we needed. As the Women's Council, I heard a lot of women in the streets wanting help, grandmothers, mothers, and even the fathers. And I would tell Cathy about what we need to do. She went full out on what we wanted. To have our children, to have our family, to have our community, and us to remain strong. You know, she fought so hard in every way that she wanted us to stay strong and help each other. And that we continue to do that, and it shows here tonight with your cousins. I want to thank our chiefs for providing that support to us, our Women's Council. They were there standing with us on what we wanted and encouraged every one of us. And also Cathy had wanted us to help each other and support each other. And she just wanted everyone to love each other. No, when she first came on as Grand Chief, she wanted to run. And she asked if I can have her support. And I said, of course. And I was reading her text messages, and she said that we're going to make change. Definitely, we will make change. No, the changes that she made were really profound, and that she had really fought hard. She would tell me that, you know, this is what we should do, and I said, we'll be there. We'll be there right behind you. She never stopped in what she wanted for everyone. You know, from people living in the city, in the rural areas, and in our communities. She wanted better for everyone, the children especially, and our elders and families. As the Women's Council, she provided that support in every way. She came and went to the media and spoke. You know, that was her heart. She wanted to provide that. she always said, "I love you." The time we were seeing each other, or when we were leaving, she would always yell out, "I love you." Of course, "I love you too." And when she needed to have some fun, she would call. So we always had a friendship that was always there. And that so fitting that we have this acknowledgement here. Have everyone here, your support. And also we provide our condolences to families. Think about them so much. Her family, that she always spoke about her children and her grandchildren, showing me pictures, and that she dearly loved them. Just as what we do to our children also and our grandchildren. Just I want to thank you all for coming.
Good evening. My name is Angela Levisser. I'm the first elected female chief of the Nissetuaset Cree Nation. I was elected the same year that our beloved Grand Chief Cathy Merrick got in as AMC Grand Chief. And I want to say that what she did was so powerful, so remarkable, and it woke up our nations. Prior to contact and colonization, our women were the leaders. We were the spokespeople for our nation. And she took that rightful place back. And all of us as female chiefs, we stand with her, we stood with her, we walked with her. And she was so incredible. Such an amazing and powerful matriarch. A force to be reckoned with. And when she spoke, you could feel her power. You could feel her energy. And that our ancestors, all of our ancestors were with her. You could feel that. And she made everyone feel it. All levels of government, mainstream society, anyone who opposed us. She fought so hard against colonization, against racism, against the systemic oppression of our people, the subjugation of our people, the dispossession of our lands and resources. We can never thank her enough for her courage, for never, ever mincing words, for elevating young women and female chiefs especially. She never lowered her voice. And I would see the way that our young women would look at her in awe, with respect, with love. They were so inspired by her greatness and her leadership. And I looked at her the same way. We all did. I want to really acknowledge Grand Chief for her power. Literally, she gave her last breath fighting for justice, letting the world know that it's not okay to kill us, that we are human beings, and that our lives matter. And I keep hearing her words echo out when she talks about the missing and murdered Indigenous women, girls, and two-spirit relatives, that we are not trash. She demanded that the landfills be searched, that we be treated with respect and dignity. And we thank her for that. We acknowledge her for that. And her death will not be in vain. We will carry on the work, and we will not surrender. We will never give up, and we will continue fighting the oppression the racism, the discrimination, and the colonial forces that try to keep our people down. And that is how we will show her how much we love her and respect her.
Shirley Duchamp Sliga som pagpapanapiyo na Nation Chief. Dapoy, kosko pa din kita skino. Ito sa ste, o gimaskuyo, inagatita. Agay guys, iwapa tama. Ito mistake ko giwit siya mi tupin nama. Kapoy ako mistake na nas kumon. I want to extend my condolences to the family, the Michikama Cree Nation. My name is Shirley Ducharme, Okipunapiwin Chief, South India Lake, Manitoba. I want to say that the world is in shock of the sudden loss of our great warrior, our leader, the one who uplifted us and what we want for our nations, the one who gave great support to all of us, the lady, such a beautiful angel now. And I know we will carry on what she wanted for all of us. She had a strong voice. I can only echo what the other chiefs have said. Very humble, very caring, loving lady. And knowing that no one should be treated differently. We become united across our nations, as this is what she led us to be. I don't think I can say any more from what all's been said, but I am greatly saddened with such sudden loss. But we love you all, the families. Take care of yourself. Her memory will live on. Igasani. Woo!
My name is Terry Beardy. I'm the Chief of the Cathy Cree Nation. I just want to express my condolences to Cathy Merrick's family. It was such a shock to hear of her sudden loss. I felt so heartbroken that we lost a great leader here. I'll remember her always. She was so friendly. Every time I saw her, she was always opening her arms for a hug. That's how she greeted everyone. And I'd like to acknowledge her staff. She had a wonderful staff, a great team that worked for her. Worked for our communities, our First Nations. So I'd like to thank you all for being here and supporting the family and supporting all the chiefs and all of the First Nations across Canada. We lost a great leader. Her leadership will, it inspired me, her strength, her resilience, and I'll remember her always. I'll never forget her. She was such a loving person. And I send my heartfelt condolences to her family and the community of Cross Lake. Thank you.
We also have Nisanu Okinawan Grand Chief Michael Birch.
Hello. Stay and down from buggy to Manduikitan. What do you guys think? I'm just looking at some texts from our Grand Chief. The last one was Happy Father's Day. And then before that was, how are you doing? So that's the kind of person Cathy was. That's why I decided to run in my area of the Initiative region. I'm very proud that she was at my region last week when I got inaugurated. I'm a new chief, and you know what, if it wasn't for these wonderful leaders behind me, I don't know if I'd be standing right now. That's how I feel. My heart bleeds. I've known her for 10 years, and her last words were to me, I'm so proud of you. I'm going to be there to help you. You get that road in for your people, I'll be there. And that's why I stood up to run, because I wanted a better place for our people. And she inspired me. That's the kind of person she was. She inspired me. So from the bottom of my heart, let's stand together and just get along and just be good people like we are. And I love our Grand Chief so much. Words just can't describe how I feel. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. At this time, I want to ask if there's any other leadership that wants to say a few words.
Good evening. Chief Cornell McLean from the Lake Manitoba First Nation. I was acting Grand Chief when Cathy Merrick was elected. And prior to the election, we had a meeting with my council. And we said, I told him, I said, you know what, when I first became chief of my community, Cathy was chief. And I said, and I want to support Cathy. So, we supported her 100% all the way through and through. And, her mandate was always protect the women, protect the children, protect the people that don't have a voice. And I heard that many, many times here today, the CFS issues, all of the things going forward, and take care of all of the chiefs in assembly. And one of the things I heard Chief Munian say, that my chief, well, now I'm jealous because she said that to me, I was her chief. So, I'll always remember for the warm welcomes, the hugs and everything. And I want to mention, the day that she passed, I was away, I was out of town. I heard that she'd had a seizure, and then I had a nap, and I got up and I heard her pass. Oh my God, I said, Cathy passed, I was telling my wife. And then I had a talk with my executive director, Em Edwards, and she told me about a person that had seen Cathy through the window collapse. But prior to that, there was an angel, that lady said. So, whether it was Cathy's time or not, we don't know, but she was very compassionate for her position and spoke up for the people who didn't have a voice, and also for the injustices that we were served by this place here. So I can tell you, I'm on the Chief's Executive Council, and I'm going to ensure that her mandate is fulfilled, that she take care of all of this.
Anin, bonjour. Sheldon Kentning Dish Mikaz, Makate Wagamichikunji. Good evening to everybody. I bring greetings on behalf of my nation, the Black River First Nation. Black River's mourning with all of us, all of yous. It's a big loss for us to have our Grand Chief just suddenly pass away. We were in many meetings together over her time as when she was our Grand Chief. We were sitting at one of the grand openings at the new Merrick Candlelight Barracks, and they were singing with the drums. We could hear people doing their war cries. I looked to Cathy and I said, "Hey Cathy, what's your war cry?" She said, "I gotta learn a war cry." Why I say that is, we're all warriors, all of us. We're warriors. This land belongs to us. when we talk to the government, we need our people to support us. And when we want to be heard, make sure you learn your war cry. Do you have a war cry? Because you know our people, when they go into battle, when the settlers were coming, our people had war cries to let them know we're coming. Cathy said, I want to have a war cry, but I didn't get to hear her war cry because I did my war cry at that grand opening when the drums were going. My war cry was like, she looked at her and said, oh, she liked that. I said, unfortunately, we never got to hear her war cry, but for us, we can have that war cry because we got to let the provincial governments know and Canada know this land is ours. It's our responsibility to take care of it. I want to offer my sincere condolences to her family, her husband, her children. This has got to be so tough for them. And you know what? When you're driving along and if you think about Cathy and her family, or think about her chief, that's a sign that say a little prayer for them, because they're going to need lots of prayers over the next months and days that are going to be coming, years. It's going to take a long time for us to get over this. So with that, I want to say have a good evening, safe travels to everybody. Nice to see you all here. God bless you. Miigwech.
Tansi, Ani, Chief Catchways and the Kaskaunan Doji. I just bring heartfelt condolences to the family on the loss of a great mentor. She was a great warrior. Her legacy will live on. She fought till the end. You know, we had a bond, me and the Grand Chief. We talked to each other in our language, you know, because I was a little fluent in a little bit of Cree, I know, and Matias the Bagamo, I would say, you know. You know, we would go to Cross Lake and play fastball, and she would greet us, you know, just like Councillor Shirley would greet us in her home community of Cross Lake. We're like brothers and sisters. Next year I was supposed to stay at Cathy's house. You know, I sent condolences to her husband, her family, her children, grandchildren, all the relatives that she has left. But her legacy will live on, and we have to keep fighting the good fight for her. We have to stand up for those ones that can't fight for themselves. She showed love to everybody. She gave everybody a hug. And I think, Chief, I think I was her best chief. But I send my heartfelt condolences once again from my wife, my grandchildren, my community of Skownan. God bless you all. I'll be attending Cross Lake at Chicmac on Saturday with the National Chief and other colleagues that are going to the funeral. It's going to be hard, but she has left something behind for all of us, and that's to love one another. With that, I sing Miigwech.
Okay, my contact now is AV. I'm pushing in a mano. I'm very humbled and very honored to be here tonight. I know all the other chiefs are all saying that they were her favorite. But us, we go back to about 20 years, so we really know who the favorite was. Why I say that, I'm usually the last one to say a few words. These boys are always bossing me around here. And she always seen that, so that's like I was a real pet for her, you know. She took care of me. You know, a while back, us leaders, and I've been a chief for a couple of years, there was always something happening to wake us up.
There was idle no more. All the young kids crying out to our leaders, something had to be done. Then we had residential wake us up also, but there was always something missing because as warriors we wanted to fight right away. And now today we can't do that really, or else we'll be called terrorists. We asked and we prayed at our fires and we got our answer. Here come a lady from up north and taught us how to be kind and how to do things with your heart. But the main thing was she unified us. Us boys would have our words at the table, but at the end of the day, she would calm us down and remind us where we came from and why we sit there. And that's the strongest gift she ever gave us, is to stay unified no matter what and keep our fires going. And always remember, respect the elders. They're the true leaders of our community and the owners of our community and of our lands. And those little ones, give them a chance.
I want to invite Chief Leavenack. If you want to say a few words.
Scary, Grandma. It's not good enough. Here's a candle and a big one. Yeah. I love you again and you want to okay. Okay. That's yeah. I love me again. See your eyes. All of us will do. All of us will do. Do you know how to do it?
Ujuni Joagna, Ibn Makwa, Vision of I wasn't going to come up and speak because there's really no words that I can share at this time that can reflect the heartbreak that so many of us are going through at this moment in time. And there's my teachings have shown me and over the years that sometimes the best thing to say isn't to say anything until you're ready. And sometimes when your heart breaks, you need to heal. I'm here because I represent my community, the Winnipeg Anishinaabe, and I know there's a lot of our band members here tonight because I know that Cathy had such an impact with the work that she did here in the city for our urban membership, but also visiting the communities and accepting the gift of the blanket at our powwow, meeting all the young people, and becoming part of our community, part of our family at the Pine Creek First Nation. So I'm here sharing some words on their behalf. I'm not strong enough to share my words right now, but I'm just trying to express my responsibility, speaking for my community and our members. And I know I might have council members here this evening as well, to join all of you beautiful people who are here to share your respects for such a kind, beautiful, loving Grand Chief that we had. I want to thank you all for the work that you've done. I want to thank you all for the support that you've shown the Assembly with the rise of our Grand Chief and the work that she was doing. to echo some of the commentary, we're going to continue to push the agenda that she brought forward, which was a new agenda, an inspiring agenda, something that we could all look towards. I sat on the executive council with her. I was in communication with her on a lot of the subjects that we brought forward, that she brought forward, and I stood with her, and I stood behind her when she brought the agenda and the words and carried the voice of the people and the voice of leadership. And I was so proud of her work. I was so proud of what she was doing. And when she asked me to nominate her back in June, I said, I will absolutely be honored to nominate you for re-election. So I was honored to be able to put my name down there and say, I support this lady. Shortly after the re-election, she messaged me, thanking me for support, and then she said, I have a small gift for you, and I'll see you at the assembly when you come in. And we never got to have that moment. And that's what's so difficult, because in the moments where there's so much energy and so much power and strength, we have to experience a great loss. Now, what is the message behind that? Because there is a message there that we have to find. I'm going to seek for understanding. The way I seek for understanding is I will lift a pipe tomorrow morning at the Forks with others of you who pray in that way. And I encourage you all to say your prayers, to focus on your healing, and let's carry her agenda into the future. We wish.
I'm going to invite Darlene and Josh Amos to say a few words.
Bonjour. Аз не съм кино, което ще кажа. I'm here with my family. Emery, right there. William's son, my son Josh, my daughter Dara. He's Will's best friend. I first want to offer my most sincere condolences to Cathy's family, her husband and her children and her grandchildren. I'm really honored to stand here tonight and just share a little bit about what happened on Friday. I keep it in my heart, and I just can't stop thinking about it. That was the first time I met Cathy. She came into the boardroom here, sat with me and Chief Patrick, and she gave me the warmest smile ever. And then court was over, so we went up to the fourth floor with the crown and the rest of us, and she came up there, and we were with her for about, I'd say about half an hour. And I'm really honored, I really feel blessed, because I believe that we were the last ones to be with her. And I thank the Creator for that. I thank you with all my heart for giving me that honor and the love she gave me those violent moments of her life. She hugged each and every one of us sitting in there. And when she hugged me, oh, I've never felt a hug like that. I can't describe it. It was so loving and so strong. She just kept holding on to me, and she said, Darlene, she said, stay strong, my girl, she said. I love you, and we'll be in touch. And it was almost, I guess, too like a goodbye. I keep thinking about it, and it's still like my head is spinning. Everything went so fast. And a few minutes after, we're still in the room, and my cousin Sheldon said, Cathy just collapsed, she says. And I said, what? Because when she was in the room with us, she was so strong, and she was smiling love. That's what I got. Love. Just pure love and strength, kindness. And I feel so honored, so blessed to have those moments with her at the end, advocating for my son, William. Thank you, Cathy. I know you can hear me. Thank you from all of us. We have to love one another and respect each other, be kind to each other. It's important. We have to stick together and support each other. And that's what she showed me that day. Love, support, kindness. I am so grateful for her love that day. Which, Cathy, I love you. I love you so much. My son Josh.
Bonjour. Inabe Musku Makwa Indigenous Cause. Sagin Dunji. Nisei with William Amo Indigenous Cause. Hello, my name is Josh. I'm from Sagin, and my older brother is William Amo. I'm here to thank everyone here that came to honor Cathy's memory. I want to thank Cathy's family for gifting her to us for those last moments. I'm still shocked with how Friday unfolded. It seemed like a nightmare on top of a nightmare, and it just got worse. But like my mom said, you know, I'm going to cherish those memories that I got with Cathy. That was also my first time meeting her. And like my mom said, she was full of love. She gave me this big auntie smile. And I just met this woman. She gave all of us a hug. And I remember going home and I still felt her hug on me. Like I still felt her arms around my back. And I'm never going to forget that moment. I'm going to cherish that moment for the rest of my life. And I'm never going to forget her advocacy for my older brother, William Amo. I can't thank her enough for speaking on behalf of every family and everyone that she's ever advocated for. As someone who's gone through a tragedy, to have that support from leadership means the world. Means the world to us. And we can't thank Cathy enough. Miigwech again, everyone coming here. I love you all. Miigwech.
Good evening. My name is Merrick Candlelight. My father was William Walter Merrick. I'm not really too sure what to say, but I really do want to send out my condolences to the family. As you all know, she was advocating for my dad in her final moments. I think that's a true testament to her strength, the ability to advocate for people even in the face of death. And to the younger generation out there, anything you might be feeling, I really want to urge you to stay close to your faith, to your Creator, to your elders, to your community. I want to commend you for being here today, even in the face of this trauma. And I would ask that each one of you take this as an opportunity to use what you're feeling as fuel to take a step forward in Cathy's name, in her honor, for what you represented, what you wanted to do for our people. Because you guys are the future, you hold the power, and collectively you guys can make change. And that's something that Cathy fought for right to the last moment. So I just want to thank each and every one of you for being out here. And again, I want to urge you collectively together, fight the system, pick up one another, don't be afraid to ask questions, and when you are down, lean on one another, and don't be afraid to ask for help, because at the end of the day, we only have each other as Indigenous people. Collectively, we've gone against genocide, residential school in the 60s, we've gone against the impossible time and time again to come out on top. So I'd ask you one last time, fight for our people, fight for our future, fight for our indigeneity. Miigwech.
Okay, before we end, I'm just going to ask the late Grand Chief's husband, Todd, and their sons, Chad, Caden, and Kyle, to come up and speak.
Hi, everybody. Cathy Merrick. This place is really hard to come to this place. I felt very emotional and excited when I got here. I'm also feeling it now. I'm kind of woozy, whatever. I think it's because of all the power here and all the love. My wife was had a lot of effect on a lot of people, as we're seeing all over the place, right? And it's so, it proves the point that if you do good, it comes back to it. We're giving so much support for this, like this event and their funeral arrangements, and going to the ledge tomorrow and all that stuff. This really has shown me personally that if you do good, it all comes back to you eventually. And we've always believed that. And I've always believed that as well, but now I'm seeing it firsthand. And I just want to thank ANC for putting this together, and the Chiefs especially for talking. I want to thank my family for being here. Without my family, I would be just a lump on the ground. I draw my strength from them and my grandchildren. Without them here, being here, I don't know how I would be able to function. I wouldn't be able to function. I'd be just a big pile of jelly. But my grandchildren especially, just listening to them, it really helps me. And I have a little cry every now and then, and I just recharge, go on, builds up, a little cry here and there, builds up, do it again, do it over and over. But I feel really good after it, and like I said, my family, they do the same thing. And I just want to thank everybody for being here, because you know, she did hug everybody all the time. I would see random people would come up to us, like even just we'd be walking down the street, and she would just make eye contact with someone, and she would just do her beautiful smile. Her smile, she just glows when she smiles. And these people, they would look like they're maybe kind of crabby looking or whatever. As soon as they look at her, and she looks at it, gets in their eyes, you just see their faces change. I've seen that so many times. It's so beautiful to watch, to witness that. And I'm so proud of what she did. And I'm so proud of the Chiefs that supported her. I know they seen what I seen in her. And she was pretty awesome, lady. And I loved her more than anything in this world. It's a huge loss for us, our family. But we'll go on. We'll be good. And basically that's what I want to say. I want to make sure that you all know that if I could give you all a big hug like she did, I would do it. And I have been doing it. That's the way we operate in my family. We give hugs. I hug my children every day. I try to hug them every day, and she did the same. Same in the morning with my wife. We would hug it out all the time, and that was part of our bond.
then that made it strong. And that just a hug can support someone. Just doing that, I think, really helped her a lot because you could feel the tension that she always had. It would just go away. So I just wanted to say thank you again, and thank you. Thank you very much.
So on behalf of the Assembly of Manitoba Chiefs, I just want to extend our great appreciation for being here with us today to honor and remember the late Grand Chief Cathy Merrick. I'm going to ask Spirit Sands to end us off with a closing song, followed by a closing prayer from Grandmother String Goose.
My name is Cathy Merrick. I'm the daughter of the late Morgan Merrick.